What's going on, guys? Electric Outdoors here, back again with another review on a baby scooter. This thing weighs 46 pounds, and yeah, it's the Minimotors Futecher Gun Pro. The scooter's sporting a 52 volt, 20.8 amp hour battery, and I'll say it right now, I think this scooter is the fastest for the money per pound. It's only, like I said, it's only 46 pounds, and it rips pretty good. It goes around 30, 32 miles an hour. I've had it up to like 36 going down hills. And so far the scooter's been great. I have around 450 miles on it, and my girlfriend loves riding it. I changed the grips on it, of course. You guys already know. I don't like them ergonomic grips, and I'm always changing everything. Kick plate on this scooter is absolutely solid. It's sporting a, I believe it's about an 800 to 1000 watt motor. Minimotors loves to not tell the real wattage of their motors. They just tell you the peak, which is 1760 on this, which is pretty crazy for a single motor scooter. It's got dual mechanical drum brakes, and honestly, more scooters that have small wheels should have drum brakes. Speaking of the wheels, this one has a pneumatic front 8-inch tire and a solid tire in the back. It's got folding handlebars, the classic EY3 display from Minimotors, and I mean, like I said, brakes feel great on this thing. The stem's solid. This scooter so far to me has been awesome. It's super compact. I think it's the fastest dollar per pound scooter that you can really get, because it's 1100 bucks from Minimotors. Check my link in the description if you guys want to get one. Yeah, for $1,100 the scooter's great. Like I said, 8-inch pneumatic tire in the front there, nice mechanical drum brake, mechanical drums in the back, nice fat, wide, you know, solid tire in the back, which doesn't seem like you would like it that much, but I'm telling you, it rips pretty good. You have all the classic Dualtron LEDs as well on the scooter. So with that being said, let's check out the suspension on the Futecher Gun Pro. As you can see right here, the suspension on the Futecher Gun, it's pretty bouncy, and it's very good to pop over potholes and such. It has dual coil springs in the back. They're really hard to show, they're behind the fender, but they work great. And it's got a single one up in the front there. I don't really have any complaints, except occasionally there's a bit of squeaking in the back, but as long as you keep it clean and lubed, the suspension on this thing is the bomb pretty much for a scooter with this small. As I said before, this scooter does come with all the fancy Minimotors Dualtron LEDs down both sides of the scooter and down the stem. It comes with a little remote. You can change all the different colors. I'm not a huge fan of this. If I ever do use it, I usually just leave it white, because it does stick out at night, you know, if you do leave it white. But here's me just going through a few of the options that it has. It's pretty cool. A lot of people, I guess, would like that. You know, it does remind you of a Dualtron. When I ride scooters, I try to not draw too much attention to me. But it is very cool, I suppose, and some people would like it. I'm not a huge fan. It does come with it, so I'm going to mention it. The scooter also comes with brake lights. There is no directionals on this scooter. It's a very simple scooter. I'll show you the brake lights in a few minutes here, but as far as the LEDs go, that's pretty much what you're looking at. And with that being said, let's get into pretty much one of the most important parts of the whole scooter. How does it ride? I think this thing rides incredibly well for having only 8-inch wheels. I mean, again, I say it in all my videos, I'm only 125 pounds, 130 on a good day. So, besides the narrow handlebars when you're going pretty fast, I mean, this scooter rips around good. It's a great city scooter. I mean, honestly, in the city that I live in, that VSET 10 Plus is honestly a little bit too fast. This one's perfect for most roads. You can get around traffic no problem. It's fun to, like, you know, ride little wheelies on this scooter if you're comfortable with that stuff. The kick plate's great for it. The brakes are really good. They never squeak. The range on it's really good. The 52 volt, 20.8 amp hour battery. I mean, I've ridden this thing on the 17-mile trip. You guys have seen me ride in other videos on other scooters. I've done it on this scooter as well, and I still have around half the battery left, so I could probably get around 25-30 miles of driving this scooter just about as hard as you possibly can, you know. Yeah, it truly is a great ride. For 1100 bucks, this thing's great, but if you're a really tall person, The bars are quite short, which I do not think is a plus. But if you're a smaller person, or you're a kid, or you're, you know, a beginner at all, I think the scooter's a great choice. Minimotors is an awesome company. You know, the scooter's got a phenomenal warranty. It changes, so you guys will have to check it out on the website. Again, if you want to check this scooter out, there's a link in the description. It's my affiliate link. If you guys do buy one through that, I'll get a kickback, and it helps out the channel, helps me buying these cameras and this expensive editing software and things. But yeah, I just wanted to get this review out there because I've had this scooter for quite a while. It was one of my first like fast scooters, you know, that went over 20 miles an hour or so. And I've loved it since. There's a couple problems, like we're going to get into in a minute here. The drum brake in the front, I do not know why they used the design that they used. I'm going to throw a little clip in here. I apologize for the lighting in the clip of the drum brake because GoPros are just horrible in the dark, and I did this inside the house. So we'll check out that clip now. But as far as the ride goes, this scooter is awesome. It's comfortable to ride, it's fast, it's zippy. And it's really easy to pop over potholes. The only downside is those small wheels. You need to be careful about what you're hitting and how you're riding the scooter. So let's check out the problems with the drum brakes now. As you guys can see, this little U right here, there is a nut that slips into this that has a rubber type coating with, and then there is a bolt that goes right in here, not this one that is inside of this, and that would go into that U-joint, and all of the pressure from the front brake is on that. Now if you think about that, if that nut was to ever come out of that, your brake is screwed. Now if you look at the back one, there's a machined barrel into the brake that holds it in, and the bolt goes directly into the drum, versus the front one, it just sits in the U-joint. Why do they do this? I have no idea. It's a terrible design, and I've talked to them about it, and they kind of agree. So that's the issue I have with the front brake. It's not the best, but it works, I guess. He should have really just used a barrel like this, though. And the reason why I'm complaining so much about it is because while I was riding at around 200 miles, the bolt that holds the nut that sits in that front U-joint on the brake came undone, and I lost the nut. And then whenever you were to hit the front drum, it would slide with the wheel, which is obviously incredibly useless and dangerous. So as you can see right here, what I ended up having to do was grind down a nut to fit inside of the U-joint. And also, my father and I, we tapped a larger 8mm thread to put into the bolt because we didn't want to use the original 6 one because it was just way too small. And then also, when we put in the 8mm bolt, we put a lock nut on the outside of it. So it should be pretty stable at this point, but it's a horrible design. Moving on, let's talk about the lights. To turn them on, you're going to hit this switch right on the side here with the scooter's power on. And that's going to turn on all of your Dualtron LEDs, and also your tail lights and your headlights. And as I said, if you want to shut off the LED lights, you need to use that little remote. Here's the brake lights. They're not very bright. You can't really see them when they flash. But yeah, and it has 2 deck-mounted headlights, which aren't the brightest. I highly recommend handlebar-mounted headlights for this scooter. Alright guys, well that's about going to wrap up my review of the Minimotors Futecher Gun Pro. I know it's a simple one, but it's a simple review for a simple scooter. I'll go over everything again real quick here. It's got a max output of 1760 watts, running off of a 52 volt 20.8 amp hour battery. It has an 8-inch pneumatic tire in the front, an 8-inch solid wheel in the back. This scooter has height adjustable handlebars. It also has foldable handlebars, which I'm not the most fan of, but it is what it is for a small scooter. It comes with the Minimotors EY3 display. The scooter can get up to around 33 miles an hour or so. I've had it up to about 35, 36. It's only 46 pounds. Like I said, this scooter, price per pound, I'm not sure you can get one faster. Right here I'm going 35 almost on GPS. It's a single motor scooter, guys, you know, for 1,100 bucks. It's a really great deal. Like I said, if you're a smaller person or a kid, or this is your first scooter, well, it's a great choice. Minimotors is an awesome company. You guys can check out the link in the description if you want to grab one. I'll get a kickback if you do buy that. It helps out the channel a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Plenty more to come. I have an e-bike I need to review still. I also have another scooter. I have that Mototech Thor, the full review coming out. And then plenty more VSAT rides. And hopefully soon I'll have a beast of a scooter coming in. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.